which we are getting from our scriptures is more absolute, not relative. So the problems also Shastra is emphasizing on is not relative, it's absolute. So it's absolute means that the problem which you cannot avoid, no one can avoid. The problem uh, is kind of problem, permanent problem, and no one can avoid those problems. So it will come for everyone. So these things decide that, and it doesn't matter on time also. Like it is not like these problems were not there 5,000 years back now, and the problem which will not happen, and this problem is not present here also. So it's like it's not time bound. So that's proves that it is absolute in one sense. So these are not relative problems. So it is, that's why our scriptures are more emphasizing on these problems to resolve the exact issue of human life. And so what are those real problems is Janma, Mrityu, Jara, Vyadhi. Most of you have heard before also. I think so. I'm expecting that. So Janma, Mrityu, Jara, Vyadhi, these four is a major problem we have, right? And we so all of us are facing that. So Janma means birth, and Mrityu, we all know death. Janma Mrityu. Jara means old age, and Vyadhi means disease or certain kind of problems comes for our uh, in our life. And then there are few like other categorization of problems is like Adi Bhautik, Adi Devik, Adi Adhyatmik. So Adi Devik means uh, Adi Devik Kaleshas, which we are facing like natural calamities. Adi Bhautik Kaleshas, which is coming from the other living entities to us. And Adi Adhyatmik Kaleshas, which is coming from our self itself. So it is coming from our our internal psychology because of our internal conditions, our mental problems, our mind behave in a different things, and our bad habits which we cannot avoid, which we cannot control, our certain behavior everyone is having which is not in his control completely, and most of the time it is giving you trouble. So these are the major categorization, and these are the major problems we have in human life, and these are the absolute problems, no one can avoid them, everyone is facing. So these are the real problems of human life as per our scriptures and as per our acharyas. So now let's discuss on that. So what are they and how we can avoid them? So in a simple and summary way, I can explain that we can avoid them by, first thing is that by knowing them, by accepting them, that okay, these are the real problems, and then accepting the scriptures, accepting that we have no control over our things. We can't control things. We can't control everything, and then take the shelter of the person who can control these things, who is the real controller. Accept that, there's a shloka, right? That is shloka. What is that shloka? Can someone tell me? Bhogeshwaraya pasaktanam. What is that shloka? Anyone remember? Sarvaloka Maheshwaram Suhidam Sarvabhutanam Gyatma Mam Shantim Rakshati. So it is written that we should know that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and Krishna is the enjoyer of everything. Whatever enjoyable things are available in this material world, out of this material world. Okay, Bhagavad Gita 5.29. Thank you. Self excellence is conjuhu. Uh, so, so we have this. What to say? Uh, what I was saying actually. So yeah. So Bhogeshwaras Yak Prasaktanam. He is the enjoyer of all the yajna and all the sacrifices. Whatever result you get, that result is for Krishna. Then Sarvaloka Maheshwaram. So he is the owner of all the lokas, all the places which we know and which we don't know. So whatever exists in this material world or spiritual world or in this whole creation, the owner of all those things are Krishna. And then we have Suidam Sarvabhutanam. So he is the knower of and well-wisher of all the living entities, and he's the friend of all living entities. He's in the heart of everyone. If we know that, then only we can Gyatva Mam Shanti Rakshati. So whoever know that, that person only can get the peace. The peace means that he can get the solution. There will be no anxiety. So the solution of these problems is this only, that we accept Krishna as a supreme personality of Godhead, and we accept that everything belongs to him, and we accept that we are not the controller, he is the controller, and we accept that everything whatever is enjoyable in this world, it is meant for Krishna. It's for Krishna's enjoyment, and and he is the well-wisher of all of us. So he is the best friend of all of us. He is the only person who can help us really, and in taking the shelter of him. By knowing this is the reality. Once you will be in the reality and you will get connected with Krishna, then all the problems will be solved. So this is the solution. So I told you the problems, told you the solution in the summary. So now we can discuss more. We have 45 minutes. I took this simple topic to discuss more on that. So we are hearing these things regularly from Prabhupada, from Prabhupada initial lectures. Prabhupada always trying to tell us all those things. He's quoting from different shastras that these shastras are saying this, that this is our real problem. We should not live like animals. We should not live just for sense enjoyment. We should not forget the reality. The reality is we all are suffering. We all have these janma mrityu jara vyadi problems are going to come. The death is going to come. The old age is going to come. Disease is going to come. Nothing can save you from these things. And so don't be like an animal. Just if you are hungry, going for the food. If you are having some desires, you just working for that without thinking of anything else, without thinking of dharma. Follow varnashram system. And why, and see, and he's telling that why we should follow Krishna. What Krishna is saying. So Krishna is teaching us, what is that shloka? Yada yada hi dharmasya galanirbhavati bharata. What is that? Anyone know that shloka? Hmm?
अभ्युत्थानं
What? Abhidhanam dharmasya.
धर्मस्य तदात्मानं सृजाम्यहं परित्राणाय साधूनां विनाशाय च दुष्कृतां
Yeah. Dharmasya.
धर्म संस्थापरस्य
Dharmasya.
संभवामि युगे युगे.
Yeah. So Krishna is telling us that he is coming to establish dharma. Very nice, Manasi Mataji. So he comes to establish dharma. So that is why Krishna is coming. That is what Prabhupada is repeating again and again the same thing, very simple. He's saying he's coming to establish dharma, so follow dharma. What is dharma? Whatever is Krishna is saying, that is dharma. That is dharma. Krishna is teaching us to live in a certain way. In that way only we should live, and that is the most beneficial for us. That is the only situation which can save us from this dhavanal, means the fire of this material world, the problems of this material world, which we are facing day, everyone. So very simple things, but it takes time for us to accept it in our life. And we are not, so many lectures, so many talks we have to do, so many things we have to do, so much practice we have to do, then only we can accumulate, or we can develop those habits, we can develop this dharma inside us, we can uh, connect with Krishna. So those things are needed, but we should remind ourselves regularly that these are the problems, and we are working for these problems. And what is the solution? Solution is to surrender to Krishna, accepting him as a supreme personality of Godhead, and accepting his dharma, accepting that what he's saying, that is dharma. Follow dharma, follow regulative principles, follow certain rules, regulations in your life, uh, and respect Krishna, respect his creation. Whatever is around us, it's the creation of Krishna. Only to respect that. By following these things, practicing these things, chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, the name of the Lord, which is like a transcendental sound given by Krishna to for us, which is available in this material world, in the this transcendental sound, these words is available. So his whole power he gave in his name. So just by chanting his name, we can experience his energy, experience this uh, spiritual form, a spiritual position of ourself, a spiritual position of Krishna. So we can be connected with him, and we can experience that in this material world itself. So by chanting the name, so sound is very powerful. So in the form of sound, Hare Krishna Mahamantra is available. So this is the solution for us. So very basic things, very simple. These are the problems everyone is facing. No one can deny that these problems are not there. These problems are there, and we don't have any material solution for that. We don't have any permanent solution for that, and accept the solution given by our Shastra, given by our scriptures, that we have to connect with Krishna, and and chant his name, and take the position that we have to come on a spiritual platform. Then only we can face these material problems, and we can solve these material problems permanently. Else it is not possible. On the material platform you cannot resolve the problems. So unless we will come, so all the material problems we cannot solve on the platform of material from the material platform itself. So if you are in system, you cannot resolve the issues inside the system. You have to come out of the system, then you can resolve on the top of the system. You can then only you can resolve the problems of the system. You can be detached, and then only you can treat yourself, and you can come out of this these issues. Okay, so now we have how many, 40 minutes. I gave problem solutions, again problem solutions in a very simple way, in a different way, and I told you that what we have to follow. So any doubt or any questions and comments, welcome. We can discuss now. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So what we should do? So there's no one is speaking anything. So yeah, Mansi Mataji, who raised the hand?
या
अपना Hare Krishna.
गुरुजी, हमको देखो कोई भी सिचुएशन आती है तो हमें गुस्सा बहुत जल्दी आ जाता है,
Mhm.
तो उसे कंट्रोल तो होता ही नहीं है। और वो जो सिचुएशन आ जाती है तभी हमारे अंदर ऐसे होता है, इसने ऐसे किया तो मैं भी इसके साथ ऐसे करूंगा, तो
हम्म,
वो कंट्रोल होता ही नहीं है उस
हाँ
समय के लिए।
हाँ, तो वो इसलिए है क्योंकि हम मटेरियल प्लेटफॉर्म पे हैं और हमारी सबकी अपनी अपनी कंडीशनिंग है। मटेरियल प्लेटफॉर्म पे कुछ लोग अपने गुस्से को कंट्रोल भी कर सकते हैं, कुछ लोग नहीं कर पाते, कुछ लोग थोड़ा जल्दी टेम्परामेंट लूज कर देते हैं।
हम्म।
तो ये सब क्वालिटीज और ये सब चीजें जो हैं, इसका सबका मेन जो रीजन है वो यही है कि वी डोंट एक्सेप्ट कृष्णा।
completely, and we don't we are not, we are taking control in our hands. So we are not accepting that Krishna is controller and he is controlling the things. I am just here to do my duties. I'm here to serve him, not to
ओके।
serve myself or not to serve my family only. Whatever I am doing, it's just because Krishna gave me this position. So I am just playing that role. So that's how, if we accept that, if we realize that, then we will not take things so seriously that we have to get so much angry. Sometime to serve Krishna, may we can get angry also, and that anger is okay if you are using it in the service of Krishna. So if you are too much angry person, then use that in the service of Krishna. Use the use your anger on the people those are not listening Krishna, or for the purpose of Krishna, just like if you want to do certain service and some people are uh, not listening, then use your anger for that, to correct someone, to take that kind of position. So that will be good. So engage everything in Krishna's service, that will get purified, and it will give you good results. Even your anger will give you good result
ओके।
if you will use, and it will become more control. It will become more controlled anger. So first thing is that we should take the position of for the service of Krishna. We should take the position that okay, I am the servant of Krishna. Accept that I am servant of Krishna. I'm not uh, I'm not the owner. I'm not the controller. I just here to serve Krishna. That's it.
ओके, थैंक यू प्रभु जी।
Thank you, Mataji.
हरे कृष्णा।
Chin Hare Krishna. Okay. Anyone else is having question? Chinmay.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Tell me.
Yeah, actually my question is regarding anger only. Actually, Mataji ne pucha actually, but it is
Mhm.
regarding children. Can we get angry? Is it okay that we get angry on our children? Because sometimes they don't listen, or sometimes they don't follow the like scripture. जैसे कि किसी
Yeah.
और बच्चे, इन माय केस घर में थोड़ा फॉलो हो जाता है, जैसे कि मैं फॉलो करती हूँ तो वो भी कर लेते हैं, लेकिन अगर दे गो टू other places na, so they forget everything and just do whatever other children are doing, and in that case they do wrong things also, like जैसे कि झगड़ा करना है, थोड़ा सा इधर उधर भाग दौड़ करना है, किसी चीज को तोड़ना है, केयरिंग नहीं, रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी नहीं, ऐसा मतलब कर लेते हैं। मैं चिल्ड्रन आर 2 year old and 6 year old, तो मतलब गेटिंग एंग्री ऑन देम इज इट ओके, और इसमें भी मेरा कंट्रोलिंग सिचुएशन आ जाता है, बिकॉज आई कैन कंट्रोल व्हेन दे डू समथिंग रॉन्ग, आई कैन कंट्रोल माय एंगर।
So take see, the problem is that in this case, one thing is first thing is that don't get serious. Uh, One thing is that you understand serious about your responsibility should be there, not the attachment of oh, what my children are doing, I am feeling embarrassment because of them, and that's why you are getting angry. that should not be the reason of your anger. The reason of your anger should be that if I will get angry, they will get corrected and they will live their life properly. So I can discipline them, and that will be better for them to live life in this material world also, to live life and to achieve the actual goal of their life, Krishna consciousness. If it is helpful for them, then you should get angry on them, and if you can make them disciplined by getting you angry. If you can't, then there is a waste of energy, right? You are getting angry but nothing is going to happen, then what is the point of getting angry? So so if it is going to change and helping your children, so then it is fine. So like Chanakya said, till the age of 5 you should be like very lenient with your kids. You should just give whatever they are asking for.
लालये पञ्चवर्षाणि दशवर्षाणि ताडयति, right?
Yeah. So then yeah, so for 5 years it is like that, and then till the time of 15 years you should, 5 to 15 years you should be very strict with your kids to teach them, to make them discipline, and after 15 years you should be like a friend. That is what Chanakya said. For it's a niti shastra, okay, to handle things in this material world. But purpose is that only one, that uh, we should try our best to make our kids Krishna conscious, so they can understand the reality of life and they can live material life also in that way.
Yes.
So we should be very responsible. We should not just get angry, because of our own
Okay.
frustration or our own duties we are not able to perform. We should be very responsible that how I can help them, why they are doing these things. You can teach them in a different way. You can see what food you are giving them, which is making them more agitated
Yes.
or more like if you are they are eating so much spice, so then they will become more angry. If they are eating more like anything very high taste, like more salt or more things, then they will become more agitated. So you should think about the cause of the problem, which is the responsible act, not just getting angry and thinking that you will control things like that. So do your duty whatever way you can do, but every children have their own nature also, which you can't change
Yes, yes, yes.
so
Mhm.
easily.
They bring their karma also, na, from
Yeah,
past life
yeah,
that
yeah.
we can understand.
Yeah, they have. So we can try our best to suppress those bad qualities if they have, and to mold them in a proper way, whatever way we can do. We can try. We should try with our full efforts, but ultimately it is on their own. They are on their own destiny, so they have their own karma. They have their own qualities. But as a
Hare
parent,
Krishna,
it is your duty. Yeah, Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji,
Thank you,
I
Prabhu.
wanted to ask.
Yeah, thank you, Madhuri.
Actually, you said that you need to suppress those emotion, which like harming the other person or excessive anger and something like that.
Hmm.
But Prabhuji, suppression could also lead to the some kind of disaster in our life, no? फिर वो बहुत बढ़ चढ़ के वो चीजें बाहर आती हैं if we are suppressing some kind of emotion on others.
I didn't use the word emotion, but what I said is try to suppress their nature, which is bad, and or uh, try to make them more disciplined. I will say suppress means suppress in a way so they can regulate it somehow.
Uh,
So sometime to give the direction, correct direction to like water is flowing from anywhere to everywhere. But if you will not give them if you will not give some suppress to the water, it will not go in a right direction. It will not be useful for the people. It will destroy the whole society. So sometime you have to cover the water in a way to give it a proper direction, and that will be useful for a whole society. So whatever way you can do. So not everyone is capable to do that, but we should try our best to do our duty. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying that we cannot control everything, but this is our duty to discipline our kids, the, to give them proper siksha, to give them proper knowledge. Whatever we have, we should try our best, like give them proper food on whatever level, like on a mental level, on a physical level, on a spiritual level. Whatever we can do to make them more sensible, more sattvic, we should try. That is our approach.
Thank you, Prabhuji. And one more question, Prabhuji. That
Hmm.
suppose one person is getting angry very often, so how the other person can channelize? Or suppose I am that person, so how I'm able to channelize my anger into the other activities, um, to improve myself, or like to gain
So
benefit out
first,
of it?
see, material benefits, if you will try to get, you will be, you will always get stuck with somewhere. There's no
Yes,
solution. There's no
Prabhuji.
solution.
Yes, yes.
But if you will try to focus on a spiritual platform, if you will work from the spiritual platform, then it is possible that you can utilize these things in a Krishna service. So it depends on a personal things, personal connections with devotee you make, and you they will see that what kind of personality you are, and that kind of service you can be engaged. Small things we have to take care, but ultimately I am talking on the principle is that you take the shelter of Krishna. You try to accept that Krishna is the controller. We are not the controller of our life. So we are just performing our duty what Krishna gave us, as a duty which Krishna gave us, and our we just want to serve him as much as possible, whatever way we can do, while performing our duties. That is also one kind of service for Krishna. That when we follow dharma, so follow dharma to serve Krishna only. So ultimate goal is to please Krishna. If that consciousness will come in ourselves, then things will be more better, and it will not be that much harmful. Okay, Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hari Krishna.
Hare Krishna.